Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Talking Movies. My name is Josh.
My name is Randall.
My name's Chris.
I'm Clay.
And today we're talking about Chris's pick this week. This is David Cronenberg's Scanners from 1981.
Self-destruct, 5 seconds.
The pain begins in your flesh, in your brain.
4 seconds.
You feel its power,
3 seconds.
the pressure, the pounding, the terror.
2 seconds.
You can't breathe. It chokes you. It destroys you.
1 second.
You begin to self-destruct. Experience the terrifying power of scanners. You pray it will end, and it will. Scanners, their thoughts can...
All right, take it away, Chris. It's all you.
Yeah. So yeah, like I mean, I've seen this movie before, and I've seen most of. I think I'm missing one or two, but I've seen most of Cronenberg's catalog now.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I didn't love it the first time I watched it. So it's got a 4K coming out pretty soon from Second Sight.
Mhm.
So I don't know. I figured it was time to rewatch, and yeah. So this movie's about a group of people that have like powers, and
Telekinetic powers.
so yeah, they were given these powers by this mysterious company, whatever, and the like I guess the main guy's gone rogue or whatever, and the doctor that started the program is using one of the scanners that like isn't in on anybody's radar to infiltrate him. I guess that I don't know if there's a real like point to what they're doing.
Yeah, it's a little convoluted.
But yeah, he's basically using this scanner that's kind of off everybody's radar to get to the bad guy. That's about as far as the plot goes.
Sure. And Michael Ironside is kind of like, what exactly is he doing? He's kind of like because he's got like a group of scanners, whatever.
Yeah,
He's like assembling an army, sort of. Or
well, he bought the company that was the one that like started the drug that turned everybody into scanners.
right.
Yeah, there's no real like what's he doing? There's no master plan really. He's just
So is he trying
world
to make
domination.
everyone scanners?
Yeah, like
Because
they have a conversation toward the end that's like, yeah, he's trying to take over the world and be, a scanner world or just.
there's like babies with scanner like unborn
Yeah.
babies with scanner powers and stuff.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah, like the first time I watched this, I was like, what the hell's going on? This makes absolutely no sense. There's holes everywhere. I enjoyed it a lot more this time. I was just kind of along for the ride, and yeah, didn't necessarily bother myself with plot holes and like terrible acting and all that stuff. It's a fun time.
most definitely. Yeah. So I think it was right around COVID when we started the podcast, we kind of dove into Cronenberg. I'd seen The Fly and stuff, but hadn't seen much else. So we did this and we did Videodrome and
The Fly.
yeah, The Fly, a bunch of the classics. And this one I think we were both just kind of like,
Yeah.
kind of okay, you know. And yeah, I definitely it's probably the only one or one of the ones, the few that I haven't gone back to revisit because I became a really big Cronenberg fan. I think we all, at least me and Chris have become big Cronenberg fans. And
Yeah. I'm sure
this is
the ones we love.
yeah, but this one I had never gone back to because it just like was just kind of dry to me. And yeah, I liked it. Definitely liked it more this time. It's very imperfect. Kind of boring in the middle, to be
Yeah.
honest.
Yeah.
But
definitely
it's
a
got
lull there.
it's more fun than I thought it was the first time. It's got some some good moments, and I kind of just embrace the silliness of it
Yeah.
more this time. I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah, same.
There's
Like
some
after
good
like
mental battle scenes and stuff.
yeah. I mean, good is a word you could use, I guess.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, go ahead.
no, I was just saying, like, yeah, after like 30 minutes or so, I was like, man, this is fun. Like, I don't know why I like didn't like this so much, and then it kind of like taper off a little bit. I was like,
Yeah.
And then he meets up with the other little group of scanners, and there's like a big shootout scene. Like everybody pulls out shotguns in this movie. For
Yeah, there's a lot of shotguns.
They have those like flip out like stock shotguns. So yeah, it picks back up again, and it gets fun again.
Yeah. It is one of those movies that kind of just like blows its load really early with the exploding head,
Yeah.
like because it just never gets that cool. Nothing else that cool ever happens again. Like it's got some cool effects and stuff, but
lots of long face shots of the people just
yeah.
it's like a lot of face stuff. And
Yes.
syringes, big loaded syringes.
Yeah. I mean, the acting in general is pretty bad.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say a minute ago. I'll say I think this movie's biggest downfall is the main actor.
Yeah.
I think it's Robert Lack or something. He is a wet blanket. Like he has zero charisma. Like Michael Ironside is not like the greatest actor, but he has like screen presence. Like
Yeah.
like when he's in front of the camera, like you feel a pull to look at him. Robert Lack is like
decent career too.
Yeah. He's a good
like
character actor.
movies.
He's a little bit hammy, but like he has a thing.
Yeah. Even the doctor guy has like these weird quirks that like, I mean, they of course don't address it or anything like that, but he has all these weird little quirks and stuff that I don't know if it's supposed to be there or just the actor's weird or what. But like he kind of like holds his hands kind of weird, and he also has these weird like inner monologue parts that don't quite make any sense.
Oh, the older guy.
Yeah.
That's Patrick McGowan. He's a pretty big actor.
I remember there was one part where like there's alarms going off and stuff, and he's talking to himself in his head. And it's like a long shot of him just standing there in the middle of Bedlam. It was weird.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. I always remember it, like he will always be the Braveheart guy to me. He's the one of the main lords, like that.
Longshanks, really?
I think so. Like not I don't think he's Longshanks, but he's the older guy. I don't remember his name, but he is basically the guy that gets him killed at the end. Yeah,
I think I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, I can't remember his name, but
they're all speaking Scottish though, so you can't really pick him out of a crowd.
Yeah, I've watched that movie 1,000 times. My dad always had it on TV, but
the names escape you still.
Yeah, it's been a while.
King Edward. Yeah.
King Edward.
But yeah, he's one of the big guys.
I remember him. He was the king.
Yeah, he was the king guy. But yeah, he's good. I like him as well.
Yeah, I also really dug the like. I'm not sure exactly what he was either, but he was like a guy that was like imprisoned in a mental institution or something like that. And I mean, I guess he's like their lead to, track down the main bad guy. But like they go to this guy's art house studio thing or whatever he's doing.
Yeah,
and he's just the weirdest dude. He has a bunch of like weird dumb, but like his art was pretty cool, and like I don't know, I really dug that part. I thought that character was just
weird. I like that part as well. Yeah. And I just like seeing all the crazy art, like the gigantic head, and like was weird shit everywhere.
Yeah, his living room is just a giant head.
Yeah, man. I was into the sophisticated computer technology that was throughout.
Oh man,
yeah.
Little boo beeps in the green screen.
Who knew you could hack a computer through a telephone booth?
You could do that back in the day.
And then
Have you
all
ever
the
seen Hackers?
Well,
I
no,
don't think I've ever
actually.
seen Hackers.
What?
I don't think
Oh,
so.
dude. I was going to pick it for the podcast because I think I knew that, but you hate Hackers, Randy, so I
I
couldn't do it.
fucking hate that movie. It's terrible. But like, I'll watch it just so we can talk about Matthew Lillard and his stupid fucking hair.
Well,
All right,
Randy,
yeah.
you've been too quiet.
Y'all were just talking about it. I wasn't trying to interrupt.
No, go ahead. Bring your 2 cents.
You're welcome to interrupt. That's why you're here.
I'm sure you've seen Scanners before, right?
Yeah, it's not a good movie. Like, it's really boring. And like, I thought when you said it last week, I was like, oh shit, Scanners! I haven't seen that forever. And I just remember it being Cronenberg. So I was like,
You
it's
remember
gotta be,
the exploding head?
yeah.
and,
I was like,
the-
it's gotta be pretty good. And like you said, it just fucking, has what's it called? What's it called when you fucking get with some broad? You're like, oh god, I swear this doesn't happen all the time. This is the first time it's ever happened.
Buyer's remorse or whatever.
Premature
No,
ejaculation.
Premature ejaculation.
There
Yeah,
you go.
it just goes, ah! And then you're like,
I'm
that's
glad I
it.
showed up tonight.
And then it's like, oh shit, my bad. And you're like, well, it's okay. It's like, you just lay down and smoke a cigarette, very unsatisfied next to it. But it's
That's awesome.
there's like a few things, like it didn't make me turn it off or anything, and Krista watched it with me, but I think the issue that I had with it wasn't even Scanners. Is that 2 days prior to that, the only other movie that I had time to watch this week was I finally bought Nosferatu and The Substance on Blu-ray or 4K, whatever, and we watched The Substance the other night. And so I go from that to this, and it's just
Makes sense.
bruh.
That's
So
tough.
I was like, why did I do that to myself? Like, why did I not just reverse? And as soon as I got done watching it, I knew I was like, I should have flipped them around. I might have enjoyed this way more. So I mean, I don't think it's a good movie, regardless, if I'm honest. But
No,
like, is
I
it
won't
worth
argue that.
watching? Yeah, I'd say it's worth watching.
Right. No, I mean, this is still towards the bottom of my Cronenberg list. Like, it's pretty low. It probably bumped up a couple notches, but it was still like one of the lower ones on my list. So it doesn't hold up the same way.
Right. The head thing is still awesome though. Like I will, it's because it's not like I don't know, man. I did make a bunch of comments on the technology in the movie because it's funny to watch stuff from that era.
Right.
And I think that the lady was real pretty, so it was pleasant to look at on screen. What were we calling the guy? The main guy, Krista was calling him something. He looked like Mark Hamill and somebody else mixed together, and I was dying laughing, bro. It was funny. But he looked to me like the old buddy from Peaky Blinders, Cillian Murphy. He looks like bootleg Cillian Murphy.
I can see that, I think.
A little bit, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
He just he is so wooden.
He's a terrible actor. That's for sure.
Can't do that. Why would you do that? I mean, it's just like.
Well, I felt like I was like, okay, is he intentionally acting like a robot? And then I was like, I don't think he's that good of an actor. Like, I think he's just shitty.
Go click on his IMDb or something. He's got like 10 credits, and you've never heard of any of the other movies.
Maybe I do want to be a fan of this guy's work. But no, I mean, it was a fine watch. I didn't absolutely hate anything, but I was like, oof, that was a rough one. Yeah, I was like, I think Josh is going to be. I couldn't remember. I was like, I'm sure you've seen it, and I was like, I don't think he's going to dig this, and I wasn't sure how anybody else was going to feel, but Chris explained it very well. It's like, oh, this is kind of pretty good, and then there's like a fucking 40-minute where you're like, dude, what the fuck are we doing? And then it picks back up for like another 15-20 minutes. They could have made this like a 70-minute movie, and I think I would personally like it quite a bit more if they cut a bunch of the extra shit out. There's a lot of extra shit.
A lot of exposition too. Just people sitting in rooms explaining scientific or technological stuff. Even the last scene is like, well, now I have to tell you my evil plan. It's just like a complete exposition dump.
I mean, I'd rather know the evil plan than not, I guess. But
right.
Yeah, dude, it was a fine movie, but it was definitely not a good movie.
Yeah. I think a better lead could have helped some of that a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, not going to make the movie good, but I think if it at least had somebody a little more interesting to.
A better lead that
along.
was maybe a little more animated, a little more, even just like There's a couple of points where I was thinking of like, man, if Nick Cage could have had a role like this back in the day, because he's the kind of guy you'd want in a role like this, because he's just weird enough to go off and kind of do some interesting stuff with it. But
yeah. And I was thinking throughout the movie, I was like, so Cronenberg, this is one of the ones that he actually wrote, and he was writing it, like rewriting it every day as they were filming the movie.
jeez.
So Cronenberg is Canadian. He's like one of the godfathers of Canadian.
Oh, is that what's wrong with him?
Yes. That's why he's so weird. But he's like one of the first like big Canadian directors. They didn't really have a film program when he started making films. So, but he started getting like government money to make these movies.
Interesting.
And a lot of the way that their system works is investors will just like start throwing money to make these movies in at like the very end of the year, so they can use it as like a tax write-off.
That's crazy.
So
That's so weird, bro.
He'll like he like basically had a concept for a movie, like half written maybe, but never got a green light until like October, and then they're just like throw all this money at you and be like, okay, you have to make this movie, but it has to be done by the end of the year.
That's crazy.
Otherwise, they don't get to write it off. So like, this happened with Videodrome as well. Like basically these like half-baked ideas get thrown into production, and he's just like every night they're shooting during the day, and at night he's sitting there like rewriting scenes for the next day. Like
it's kind of awesome though. I kind of like that. I mean, makes for bad movies, but it's fun.
I mean, he made it work for himself. He made himself a career out of it, basically. Like, so I commend him for it. But it makes a lot of sense watching this movie. Like, he's basically just like coming up with a lot of this stuff on the fly, and kind of just some of it's just filler, really.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it works better later on, but this is kind of the one that broke him too. Like, Scanners was the first movie that like was big in the United States and made his name more known. So
because this is what third he had Rabid,
Shivers, Rabid.
Shivers is awesome. I like
Shivers
that one.
Well,
I don't know if y'all like that
Rabid's
one.
good too.
Rabid's pretty good. They remade Rabid, didn't they?
Yes, they made Rabid, and then it was the Brood. He also had that. He had like a race car driving movie. That's terrible. Yeah. So this is technically like his fifth movie.
Was the race car a monster?
No, I've seen it, and it's like the most boring Cronenberg movie. It's even worse than this.
No heads exploding.
I think even he was like, "I'm never doing that again." So this is like his fifth movie, I think, but it's right after The Brood. Okay, so gotcha. Like he's really when he's starting to pick up steam. Then he does Videodrome, and then The Fly after that. So The Fly, he kind of do what he wanted after that, I think.
Yeah, sort of. The Fly is one of those movies that every time I revisit it, I'm like, oh yeah,
it's perfect.
This is what a perfect older movie looks like. Like, this is what, like, some of my issues with modern movies that I've seen recently. I'm like, dude, this shit is terrible. Like, the CG stuff is just killing me, man. Like, did anybody end up seeing that garbage ass movie that just came out?
Yes, I saw The Monkey.
It's fucking ass, dude. Like, how much did you love it? Did you love it?
I liked it.
God damn it, dude. Whatever.
I didn't love it. I can see the issues you have with it.
Yeah.
And it has.
So what'd you like about it then?
I had fun with it. It was fun.
Oh.
Yeah.
The circumstances maybe made it kind of bad for me because of the shitty water, the shitty service, the shitty customers. But like, the movie sucks.
I think you were in a bad mood when you got in the movie, and that affected it. And you were probably overhyped for the movie. I think you saying that you disliked it so much probably lowered my expectations.
Oh, that's probably right.
But watching the movie, like, yeah, it kind of it kind of goes off the rails at the end. But the first half of the movie, I loved.
Oh, really?
I thought the first like 45 minutes was great. Really enjoyed it. I actually took both the kids with me to see it. Yeah, they both enjoyed it too. So
maybe I'll watch it with Brick and see what he says. I dude, the CG stuff kills me, man. I can't get. I think I'm so used to watching either like real low budget practical effects or like high quality filmmakers make really good movies that I can't do this like middle of the road shitty, like not even low budget, like mid budget CG stuff. It really aggravates me because I'd rather have like, dude, like lean into it, make it like low budget CG. It kind of makes it more fun. But when you try to make it look real and it doesn't, it just misses the mark for me. But see, like I don't care how good of a mood I was in. That kind of stuff's gonna drive me nuts anyway. So
I mean, I think I think it's played pretty cartoony. So I think he is aware that it doesn't look real.
Yeah, but they tried to make it look better than they should. My whole point is like they tried a little too hard with that. They should have just made it look kind of sloppy. And they like try to make it look like real blood at times, and it just doesn't. And it's I don't know how to describe it. If I could think of a movie off the top of my head that does this, I would have said something. But like, you know, I'll probably watch it again at some point. I do want to see what Bricken thinks about it because after watching it, I was like, I should have just made him come with me. But although that would have sucked to put him in that scenario with me, so maybe not. But
I imagine that you maybe get the wrong impression because it's being touted as like, you know, crazy, over the top, like ridiculous kills.
It's not the mayhem.
Yeah.
Well, that's what they built it as. When I went into it thinking like, oh, this is going to be cool. I even saw 2 reviews that were like, y'all aren't ready for this. And I was like, damn, you've watched the shit I've watched. I'm interested to see this now.
I do wish it was more of that movie because it tries to be a little too much, like have a message or something. Like it does try to be a real movie a little bit too much, and I kind of wish it was just Evil Dead 2, or it was just
I would have liked that a lot more.
Just mayhem the whole time.
Well, it felt like Goosebumps to me. That was like I understand. I knew you were going to say that they like hammed it up on purpose and shit, and maybe they did. I don't know, but like. It missed the mark for me. I didn't like the main actor guy was terrible, dude. He was awful.
He's Theo James.
Dude, that guy was he was bad. Maybe it was supposed to be like that. I didn't put too much thought into it. Honestly, I forgot that I watched it until about 5 minutes ago.
I still want to go watch it, but like my expectations are kind of lowered a little bit. I don't think I had high expectations before, but it's fun. I mean, I'm definitely not expecting, you know, a Long Legs type or Black Coat's Daughter, or I'm expecting something a little different. So, I mean, I'll check it out at some point. I mean,
dude, it's like Final Destination meets Goosebumps. If you can handle that, it's exactly what it is.
Yeah, it kind of is that. I mean, I was watching and I was like, it kind of reminded me of a lot of Blumhouse movies, but like I liked it way better than most of the Blumhouse movies. Because I like Megan or something. Those movies are pretty mediocre.
You didn't like Megan?
No.
I know Clay liked Megan. I thought Megan was pretty good.
It's fine.
Right.
Yeah.
I even watched it again because Natalie asked to watch it.
Yeah.
So we watched it together, and
it's definitely that kind of movie to throw on with a kid or something for sure.
Yeah, and once you kind of said what you thought it was, I was like, maybe the kids would actually like this more. So I showed them both the trailer. They're both like, yeah, I'll go watch that. So
yeah, good move on that.
And they had a good time with it, and maybe that helped as well. But
you know, it's funny. Speaking of Megan, that is a movie that I think I would have probably been like, yeah. But I remember now, Carissa and I went and saw it at the theater. We had a fucking awesome time. Our food was really good. The milkshakes tasted awesome. Like everything was like on point. And we had a really good time at the movies. And I remember thinking like, damn, this whole experience was really good.
Oh, yeah.
And I think that probably made me like Megan more than I normally would have. So I have like this very fond memory of it. So, you know, the whole experience matters, dude. I mean, you go into the, dude, I don't get to eat that kind of stuff.
You need milkshakes. Like,
well, dude, like my whole
2
thought
stars
was,
at least.
is like, man, I don't get to eat that shit anymore very often at all. And so I literally waited all week and like ate like just way healthier all week, knowing that Thursday night I'm going to go out, I'm going to have a milkshake. I may end up having like a burger or something. And, you know, the lady was like looking at me like I was out of my mind for asking why you would close down your kitchen when the last 3 movies just started. And I was like, because maybe people come in here hungry. I don't know what the fuck you mean. I was like, you
Yeah.
have a big ass kitchen. Like, I know why they do it. They're payroll. They don't want to pay people to work there. They don't want people to stay there late. They'd rather cut you out of there early. I know why, but it's fucking stupid.
How busy was it? Was there a few people in there?
Dude, in the Monkey, there was like maybe 15, 20 people just in that movie.
Dude, that's weird. Yeah.
It was only 9 o'clock. It wasn't like it was late. It was 9 o'clock.
Was it a Thursday night?
Thursday night about 9 o'clock.
Okay.
Yeah, if it was like Tuesday, I could maybe see why.
Yeah.
But like a Thursday when movies
7
are
days
starting,
a week, if your movies are open, you should have people there to work for what you provide as the service, which is, full service. Like if I go in there and go, hey, can I get a glass of water? Oh no, we turned off the water, blah blah blah. It's like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
The bathrooms are closed.
Yeah,
right?
We turned off popcorn machines. Like,
dude,
what the hell?
Yes, dude, I would. And then the lady was like, well, can I get you a soda or something to drink? And I was like, yeah, do you any chance that you have Diet Dr. Pepper or Coke Zero? And she was like, oh, neither. And I was like, fuck. And I just walked off. I was like, bro, like neither of those. Yeah, dude, I was just, and she was being really nice. I told her, like, I'm really not trying to be rude to you and get into this with you because it's not your fault. I was like, but you're the one that is in front of me right now. And when I asked you a question, all you did was repeat the question that I asked instead of giving me the answer. And she's like, no, I answered your question. And I was like, no, you didn't. And she goes, yes. And I said, no, I asked you, why do you turn off the machines and close the kitchen this early? And you said, well, that's what we do. We turn them off early. And I was like, that's not an answer. And she goes, well, that's what they told me. And I was like, Jesus Christ. And I was like, oh man, your $13 an hour is not worth it. Like they should just cut you loose, man. Like, oh my goodness. I honestly, I felt bad for her because I was heated because it was just so annoying. And I'm a lot to deal with. I know that. So, I told her like multiple times, I said, if they give me an opportunity to say that you were really great, I will, because you were very nice and very polite. I was like, I just, because she kept telling me like, here, call this number and email these people. And I'm like, fuck, I haven't done it because why?
Yeah.
But I do feel like an email might help a little bit just to say, hey, this is a thing that's happening. Because if nobody knows they're doing it,
right,
and it's not really like an actual policy, they need to be keeping their shit the right way. Because, what if somebody that really does want to cause them problems goes in there and has to deal with it? Like the lady that sent an email about me when I didn't even do anything wrong.
Yeah, I mean,
that person shows up. They might really have a problem on their hands. And I could just be like, here's an email. Poosh. If they email me back, and they do. If they don't, they don't. I don't really care. I certainly don't want to get anybody in trouble. So, like, I mean, the fucking servers, dude.
Yeah,
bro.
I mean, you should do it because I mean, if other people send in emails and they get the hint, hopefully.
I'll shoot an email out. I just didn't want to do it when I was all mad because I didn't want to like overreact.
Yeah,
I do understand how bad that sucks to be the person that gets the email sent about you. So like, I didn't want to like be a problem, and like I feel like that's a nice thing to do, and it wasn't her fault, but dude. I have begun to realize like I don't go out a lot anymore. I go to work or I'm home basically, right? Service, like in general, is so bad everywhere. It's amazing. It's amazing that these places exist and that like just you could talk to people the way you could talk to them, and nobody seems to really care. And it's not even just like theaters and stuff. It's just everywhere you go. People are just so fucking rude. And then you have that whole camp of people that are like, well, it's their job, if I had to work that job all day, I'm like, that's part of the job. Like you either take the job or you don't. Anyways.
Yeah.
Fucking scanners.
Yeah. I mean, I yelled at some dude that came to knock on our door selling like AC services or something the other day.
You yelled at him? I can't even see you doing that.
Dude, he knocked on the door at like 8 o'clock or something like that.
Wait, AM or PM?
PM.
Okay, that's not so bad.
All the lights were on, all the lights were off. Like,
oh really?
And he just like came and knocked on the door selling stupid AC. I was like, dude, I know this is your job, but I think I literally told him like, get the fuck out of here.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, if all the lights were off, 8 seems so early to me, but I'm not. I have different life hours. Yeah. So like,
once it's dark outside, you don't go knocking on people's doors. That's just weird.
Yeah, it is kind of weird doing it at nighttime.
Dude,
made me way more mad.
When I first moved into this neighborhood, there was, just salesmen up the wazoo everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
Like at 9 o'clock at night, people knocking on the door. I'll be like, what the hell are you doing? Get out of here, dude.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I don't want your
handgun,
water,
probably.
Water softener system. Fuck
yeah,
off.
Water softener.
I
Oh
always got in
man.
trouble for yelling at those guys. I did door knocking for a living for a long time, so I was like, I just, I know what to do and what not to do. I didn't knock on doors at nighttime.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, I will be like, okay, bye. Bloop. Like, if I don't know who
Yeah.
you are and you're at my front door, you're getting a door slammed in your face. And
No, I
was
don't
like,
want
"Why do
solar
you
panels,
treat 'em
no."
like that? I'm
Yeah.
like,
I almost just said that, Josh. I was fixing to say that.
Yeah.
What'd you say?
Yeah, like this dude was
He
selling
said, "No, I
like,
don't want solar panels."
Yeah, this dude was selling like AC service, and I mean, I keep getting calls about like, just selling my house, or
Yeah.
we're giving out free roof estimates. I'm like, look, if I'm gonna need a roof estimate or an AC service, I'm not gonna take a random unsolicited
No.
phone call. So anyway, just
Dude,
had a similar situation. I didn't want to drag on the non-scanners related discussion.
oh, this shit's hilarious, dude. I had lady knock on my door. It was a couple people, and they were like, I think it was the Church of Latter-day Saints or something, but they were like religious people,
Mm.
and they knocked on the door. This is a little while back, and I opened it. I haven't had anybody knock on the door since I've been in this house actually, and I just stood there and asked them a bunch of questions I knew they weren't gonna have the answers for, and they were just like real flustered. It was fun. It was a good time.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I wasn't being like mean or anything, but I just kept going, oh, okay, well, blah blah blah, and they would just be like, and they have like a spiel. They have like a little
Yeah.
rehearsed thing, and I just thought like, dude, I've watched them knock on doors. They knocked on my door like the day before, and I told them like, no thanks. So like, I'm just gonna waste a little bit of your time. We're gonna do it right here in the sunlight too. I'm not gonna let you come in. You're just gonna stand here in the fucking sun, your long sleeve fucking white button down shirt and your long ass dress with your 19 fucking foot long hair. Like, oh my goodness, those poor people. I don't know how they do it, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Spreading the good news.
Who else are we going to talk about tonight, man? We can go off on somebody else here.
For sure.
Roofers, door knockers, Jehovah's Witnessers, waiters, waitresses.
Man, you know what sucks is that it's 2025 and people are such pussies that I can't even make the joke I was fixing to make because it would have definitely killed, dude. It would have crushed. But no, people got to be fucking pussies. So thank you guys for not letting me be funny, you motherfuckers.
Yeah, we're on Josh's channel. You can say that shit on your channel.
No, I
don't
can't.
care.
No, I can't say that on my channel. I have a way worse channel for that shit than Josh does. These people are so sensitive on my channel. You tell them that the fucking Green Day is a good band and they start crying. Fucking, jeez Louise. I had to like put this kid in literal timeout the other day. It was hilarious. He was so pissed off. Yeah. Oh, it was so funny. He was so mad about Green Day. I'm like, fucking who cares, dude? Do you like what you like? Do you hate them that much? I don't give a shit about Green Day. I was like, yeah.
I thought you loved Green Day.
I like Green Day's music to a degree, but like I don't give a shit about Green Day. Like I like their music. I will go see them play live because of Rancid. If it wasn't for Rancid, I certainly wouldn't have gone to see Green Day.
Yeah.
But like,
but you watched Green Day. You did watch some of it at least. I don't know if you stayed the whole time.
We've had multiple discussions about some Green Day.
Yeah, I mean, I like their music pretty good. And I own like 2 or 3 of their CDs, but like I don't own any shirts, and I don't like champion the band. But I had made a point on a video that like thanks to Green Day, The Offspring, and Blink-182 like blowing up in the mid '90s, there was like this trickle down effect where all these bands that were gonna be okay got really big, and then bands that would never have existed otherwise existed, and this kid just couldn't handle that. He's like, you're telling me that fucking Green Day helped street punk? That's fucking preposterous. And I was like, do you not know how this shit works? I was like, you're telling me that every fucking fan of all the street punk bands, none of them like Green Day? And like people in the comments were like, this guy's out of his mind, and everybody was just like dogpiling on this poor guy. I had to like call me, hey man, look, just shut the fuck up. But he was just going on and on about it. And I was like, dude, I don't care. And so I just put him like a fucking 10-minute timeout. And I told him, I was like, you're acting like a child. And I was like, you got to be like a 17-year-old, dude. And I really meant that. And he goes, no, dude. Well, he goes, send me your StreamYard. And I was like, what? And I was on, Streamlabs. So I was like, StreamYard, what do you mean StreamYard? And he goes like, I'll jump on. And I was like, jump on what? And I was like, oh, you talking about the stream? I was like, we can do a podcast. I was like, you're going to look stupid, not me. I was like, I don't care. I was like, but, yeah, I told him like 6 times publicly on a stream. I mean, he's probably still on the channel. I was like, dude, I was just kidding when I said you were stupid. Obviously, I was correct. Fuck, man.
Okay, he's not going to see this podcast.
Oh, I'm sure he's a huge Scanners fan.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Big dumb movie.
So yeah, Scanners.
Do you, anything else to add about Scanners, Chris? Like,
No, I mean,
I
like,
don't know.
yeah, there's not a ton, I think, really to dissect.
I do have a question about it. Is there any other movie that's kind of similar? Because I
Oh,
feel like it's got a unique premise, kind of.
You know, I was actually watching it. I was thinking, I was like, what? This kind of reminds me of something else. And
There was a familiarity there.
What I came up with was Carrie. I think this has a lot.
Okay.
I can't imagine he didn't see Carrie, because it is the whole telekinetic. And that was in the 70s. That was like 76, 77, something like that.
Okay.
And this is 81.
Yeah,
Or
81.
81.
And then Stephen King also wrote Firestarter like a year before this. And it has a lot of Firestarter energy.
Dead Zone too. You know, not the same exactly.
Well, I guess it did have a little bit of that stuff in there, didn't it?
Yeah, there's a lot of that King energy to it.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, that's what popped in my head while I was watching it. And I guess it's kind of the whole telekinetic things sort of in the zeitgeist a little bit. And, you know, also just like there's a little bit of X-Men. Definitely an X-Men thing.
Yo.
You know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's kind of awesome.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Bro.
Yes, go.
Green Day.
I finally watched Madam Web.
Oh shit.
Oh, greatest movie of the year.
I have been waiting to watch that movie for
How much
so
did you love
long.
it? You
Okay,
loved it.
where would it rank in the 2024 top 5 list?
So here's the thing. Like, when I watched it, there's so many attractive women on screen that it's kind of hard to turn it off.
Oh, Sydney Sweeney and Dakota.
Yes, bro. They're so pretty. And I was just like, fuck, dude. And Sydney Sweeney got the glasses and shit. I was like, oh my God. But, dude, people are... But, like, what?
The way you said that, you're like, you just
Well,
sitting there
yeah.
watching Madam Web.
Fucking making my own webs. Like, looking like fucking...
Her web. What is it? There's like a quote for that movie. It's like her web, or her web controls us all, or something. Some shit like that.
Oh.
Yeah. Did you watch the last Venom?
No, I want to watch that one soon too. No, I don't give a shit. I love that stuff.
But even like I enjoy the first 2 Venom movies.
I do too. Yeah, I do too.
3 was definitely worse. I mean, I wanted to like it just because of the like Null stuff and the kind of recent comics. 3 is pretty bad,
dude. I was pretty surprised with how bad Madam Web actually was, dude. I was like, holy shit, they put money into this. I was like, man, Sony, dude, they just don't know what the fuck they're doing with these movies, I guess.
Oh, not at all.
Yeah, well, now you gotta watch Craven.
Look, so
us all.
So here's the thing, dude, is like I was listening to people talk about that movie and they were ripping it apart, and I was like, okay, I like bad movies. I may end up liking this movie. And I went into it thinking, like, finally I get to watch this. Because I waited till I could watch it without paying anything. And it was on Netflix. I was like, oh, shit, I'll watch it tonight. And so, it was I don't even think I finished it. I think I maybe fell asleep 15, 20 minutes before it was over with. I was just like, I mean, it was just, look, dude, that girl's a decent actor. I don't think that she's in movies like this, man. She shouldn't be in, like, a high-octane, like, like, she's not that person. She's not built for that. She doesn't have
Johnson.
Yeah, dude, her voice doesn't do it. She doesn't have like the inflection of like excitement and like
I don't know if you saw any of the stuff around that movie, but even when she was doing like interviews for the movie, she was basically shitting on it. Like she was she just basically took the money. Like she cared nothing about the movie. She didn't try. Like she basically said she didn't.
So what was the problem? Was it like a directorial issue or like a producer issue? Or
I don't know. I couldn't. I didn't dig deep enough that I could tell you.
I was just curious because if she hated it like from the jump, I would wonder why she would even do it other than the money. But I mean, you're burning bridges doing that. You're just doing it just to do it. So I can I don't know. That's weird.
I think she got into the movie and realized like, oh, this is gonna be dog shit. And
so signed on like hopeful. Then you're like, well, I guess I'm doing it, so I'll do it. Yeah, that sucks, dude.
Yeah, thinking you're gonna get the the comic book franchise money.
I think she realized really quickly like this is not gonna work out.
That actually checks out, dude. her body language in the movie says like, I don't want to be in this movie.
Her dad's Don Johnson. Like he don't give a fuck. Like I think she's got a little bit of that energy in her.
Wait, her dad's Don Johnson in real life?
Yes,
I did not know that.
Dakota Johnson. And
oh yeah, I guess that makes sense.
Who's her mom? Her mom's somebody famous too.
Damn, you really are set for life if your parents are actors because you just jump into business. I guess that's crazy. There's so many people like that. Like when I was watching Substance the other day, all I could see was fucking what's her name, Andy McDowell. That's all I could see the whole damn movie.
Yeah, I mean people like the dude from The Boys, but Dennis Quaid's kid, and
her mom's Melanie Griffith.
Oh wow, what?
Yeah. Don Johnson and Melanie Griffith. That's what that makes.
She looks more like Don Johnson than she does Melanie Griffith. What dude from The Boys, Chris?
Dennis Quaid's son.
Jack Quaid.
Yeah, Jack Quaid. He plays Huey or whatever.
Oh, the kid with the glasses?
No,
he's the main guy.
It's
the
main
character.
It's the main kind of loser, nerdy dude. Whatever.
Yeah, the kid with the glasses. Oh, maybe he doesn't have glasses in that show.
No.
He's in that new movie Companion too.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, that's who I was thinking of. Okay, yeah, that's Dennis Quaid's kid.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, dude.
He looks like him. He looks like him.
Does he?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Look at him side by side. He looks like him.
Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, and what's Uma Thurman's daughter? She's in Stranger Things.
Stranger Things.
Something. Crap. Uma Thurman's daughter. Uma Thurman's daughter. I don't remember her name.
Uma Thurman's daughter was in Stranger Things?
Yeah.
Bro, I'm out of there, dude. I don't know what's going on.
Oh, Maya Hawke.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ethan Hawke's daughter. Yeah.
Yeah, and Uma Thurman, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, she's awesome.
She is. Yeah,
she's actually really a good actress.
Yeah.
That's Uma. Dude, now that you say
Thurman
that.
And Ethan Hawke, yeah.
Now that you say that, she does look like Uma Thurman.
Yeah.
All the Nippo babies.
Yeah, and she's good. I mean, Margaret
she's
Margaret Qualley's good. Even Jack Quaid's good too.
Yeah, he's good.
I think they're all worthy.
Maya Hawke is she's a very unattractive young lady.
yeah, she's in the last.
Damn, she's super pretty.
I know Josh didn't watch it, but she's in the last more recent. I mean, I don't know. It's been like 10 years now, but
Stranger Things.
Previous season of Stranger Things, and I think she's going to be in the next one.
I watched it behind my eyelids, and I was in the room while it was playing.
Yeah, understandable. It's way like ship has sailed, but
I'm psyched, dude. I get to watch Nosferatu with Carissa in the office, lights off, door closed, volume up, real loud. Nice. On Saturday night, we've got like a date. We're gonna sit in here and we're gonna watch the movie together. And because like the theater was kind of lit up. I'm excited to watch it on like the better TV with the lights just off. I'm hoping I'll catch some stuff in the
same
background and things that I didn't get to catch. I'm excited to watch it. I think Bricken said he might want to watch it with us too. So
nice.
That's cool that he's down for a second watch. That tells you a lot about the quality of 11-year-olds. Like, yeah, I kind of want to see that again.
Yeah, that's cool.
But,
I might do the same this weekend.
Oh yeah,
throw it on the projector. I haven't got to rewatch it yet.
I need to come over to your house and watch something with you sometime, just to fucking chill and watch something on a ridiculously large screen.
Yeah, whenever you all want to. I'm around.
I'm gonna say I'm around. Dude, Chris, I'll talk to you off thing.
Clay, let's get the pick for next week out of the way. What are we doing?
Service is working long enough.
Right.
I'm gonna do 25th Hour. Philip Seymour Hoffman,
Spike Lee joint.
Yeah.
Spike Lee. Yeah.
You've never sounded
Dawson, Barry Pepper, all of them.
I like Barry Pepper.
I do too, and he's a stockbroker, so I like him.
Nice.
I've seen that a long ass time ago. It's like an old Blockbuster rental, so that's how long.
Oh shit, this movie's awesome with Edward Norton. Yeah.
I've never seen it. It's been on my list for a long time.
Dude, Edward Norton is a guy that I kind of hate in real life, but his movies are really good.
Yeah.
He just seems like a fucking just a smart
he's known for being a prick,
he's
hard to deal with. I think he's gotten a little better in his older age.
Yeah, everybody fucking hates him, and he's like, "Shit, I have no friends. Maybe I should be nice to people."
Job. Yeah.
Apparently, he's awesome in the Bob Dylan movie.
I
haven't got to see it, but
that just hit rental or whatever.
I
so
really,
was
really
gonna
want
check
to
that out.
watch that because I love Timothy Chalamet, man. That kid is a really good actor, dude. And I'm like kind of captivated by him. Like he just seems cool. And I watched him on a couple of interviews, and he just seems like a cool dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Yeah, everyone
awesome.
says he's amazing in it too. I really want to watch it.
Yep.
Anybody
Yeah.
watch anything else this week besides me watching the shit I watched? It was kind of.
I mean, I watched The Monkey. I watched the new Mike Lee movie called Hard Truths.
Mm.
I like that. Not anything that you guys would probably care about. I watched this movie called With Nail and I that Jamie had recommended. It's supposed to be like a cult classic in England, and I didn't really like it that much. It's a very young Richard E. Grant.
It's called what?
With Nail and I. It's like a cult classic. It's like a Big Lebowski type cult classic in the UK. Like
It's
everyone
supposed to be funny like
it's
that.
supposed to be hilarious, and maybe it's just difference in the culture. There's funny parts in it, and it is sort of a hangout movie.
Well,
but
I can tell you if it's from the UK, their humor is absolutely not fucking funny for one. But
Sometimes
it's drier.
It is, and
It's
other
drier,
times
but-
I'm like, what?
yeah,
no, I'm just a curmudgeon shit. But like I don't get like English humor very much. I don't
Yeah.
enjoy it. Carissa loves it, dude, and I'm sure none of y'all are surprised. That is her shit, dude.
yeah. I generally like movies from England. I mean, and
Monty
I like
Python.
English. Yeah, English humor. I love Monty Python. But yeah, that one didn't really hit for me. But I'll give it another try one of these days.
Didn't hit the spot.
Yeah, I've heard
No.
about that too. So I was kind of curious because it's getting a
Yeah, it's gonna
Criterion
4K. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was kind of
Yeah,
curious. But
Richard E. Grant's great in the movie. It's not bad. It's just it was kind of boring.
Hmm.
But yeah, that's what I got this
Yeah.
week, other than
Oh.
Scanners.
yeah, I watched Mermaid Legend. I do not know how to say the director's name. It's one of those Japanese cult, guys. But yeah, it's pretty fun. Like
The sequel
it's-
to The Little Mermaid, right?
yeah, or prequel.
Prequel, yeah.
Yeah, like it's fun. It's like it starts off as like this like eco thriller type, like corporation screws over this lady and her husband, and she basically like falls into getting some revenge on these people, and it just goes kind of bonkers in the end.
Okay.
So like I went in like expecting some raunchy pink movie type stuff,
Right.
and like I didn't quite get it, and then all of a sudden it like started happening. I was like, oh, here it is. So it kind of like I feel like it had a bit of an identity crisis, but it was good. It was fun. I enjoyed it.
What's it called?
Mermaid Legend.
It says the director that did like I don't know if you ever seen Evil Dead Trap.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So it's the
Interesting.
same
That's
director that
interesting.
did that. Which is a wacky ass movie. It is,
Yes.
right? Clay? Isn't it the Evil Dead Trap guy?
It is.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
I'm pretty sure
looking
it
up
is.
right now.
Yeah, that movie is.
Toshiharu Ikeda? Yeah, no, I don't think he did Evil Dead Trap. Let's see here.
He wrote it. I think he was involved with it. Maybe he just wrote it.
Yeah.
I thought you gave me because I have your DVD of Mermaid Legend. I thought you gave that to me because we were talking about Evil Dead Trap. Maybe
So
I'm wrong.
Damn.
It happens occasionally.
But yeah, I don't know how much Josh or Randy would like it. Like the kills have this awesome, just like blood squirty effect. The old 70s, just one stab and then just blood spray.
That's my favorite shit.
Nice.
So that was pretty fun. But like I don't know. I think Josh will like it, and then he'll kind of fall off toward the end.
Okay.
I think Randy will be bored, and by the
Noted.
time it gets cool, he probably won't care. But
Nice. Thanks for the heads up.
but the end is fun and awesome and exploitation so it was fun.
Yeah, I've had Clay's DVD of it for too long. I need to watch it. I'll do that soon. It looks cool. I've heard it got brought up on a podcast that I listened to one time, and
you're
they
right.
really liked
He
it.
did Evil Dead.
Yeah,
he
he
did 1 and 3, and
Oh.
one of the Angel Guts movies. Yeah, and
Yeah.
Sex Hunter. I know how much you like Sex Hunter. So
Yes, I did watch Sex Hunter also. Yeah, that was, and you love it too, right? You're a big fan.
I was totally without words.
I can't tell if y'all are being serious or not.
They hated it.
It was awful.
But he gave it to me to watch, and I was like, no, this is also terrible. And then
I thought because everybody likes Jollos, and the Jollo people like that. It's like a Jollo weird Pinko movie, but
yeah, I
guess
like
it was an epic
real films too. It is basically a porno.
I wish I'd have had access to these movies in, like, say, 1995 through 99.
When all the drugs were being consumed.
No, when I was like 13 through 17.
Oh well, sure. That too.
All I had was like that fucking shitty ass, like, ooh, it's on channel 99, and I can kind of see a tit going through the screen. I had that, which it did its job, man. It was all right. When you're that young, you're just like, fuck a tit. Fucking like.
Every now and then you get a clear shot.
And it ends up being a dick every time. You're like, son of a bitch.
Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue.
Oh, dude. Or fucking Victoria's Secret catalog before we were a giant nation full of pussies. God, I hate my life.
Yeah.
Actually, my life's awesome. What am I talking about? I just hate people.
All right. Well,
Man, you got 20 more years to be a cranky old man.
I can't fucking wait. I'm getting my practice in now.
Yeah, exactly. He's starting early.
Get off my lawn.
I'm not on your lawn, old man.
I was trying to come up with something and you did it for me, dude. Thank you. That was awesome. That was way better.
Well, until next time, see y'all later.